Hi, Biffs.
Hey, Beth.
Dear Abby.
Dear Kiki.
Dear Captain.
Red flag.
Cheers to you.
Desperate housewife.
Pinot Grigio.
Doesn't want to marry
Loser
you.
power.
Love you like I love you.
Don't
Drinking. Don't talk to yourself.
Cheers, Biff. Cheers.
Ill-advised.
Ill-advised. This is ill-advised.
Hi, Biffs.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Oh, welcome to Ill-advised.
The podcast where two best friends tell you what to do after someone else already has.
Like your other best friend.
And not her esthetician. Have I used that?
Toenail fungus?
No.
Wait, esthetician.
Yeah.
Is that skin?
Yes, like facials.
Facials.
Person who gives you facials, but that's not a man with a penis.
I'm going to say somebody you have to pay to give facials, so not a boyfriend.
Right. One that has credentials.
And I have to tip you?
Yeah, just the tip.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
It's just not the one you want.
Right.
Right.
Just to tip you for not giving me just the tip.
Right. But at least your pores will be clean.
Boring.
All right. If this is your first time on this podcast, I'm all right and she's cynical. And this is the podcast where we tell you how dentists actually end up hiring those hygienists that they can get in bed. Don't know where that came from, but
Menace, a dentist, or hygienist.
I'm so
Open
glad.
your mouth for about 4 or 5 minutes.
Oh, I'm going to get crucified, but who is that? I know. I already know the answer. It's fine. I'm good. It's good. I knew it. I should have just guessed. Em, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. I just like to piss her off a lot.
Oh my God, you're like
I'm on a roll today,
Yeah.
actually.
last 4 minutes.
It's like 10. You're so exaggerating. Like so bad. Because look, our timer has 8 minutes and we started at the 5 mark. And before we sat down, that's when it happened. So at least 10 minutes.
Doesn't that say 1 minute, 8 seconds?
That says first hour, 8 minutes, 20. It's not going to make a difference when we cut out the
haven't been sitting here for 8 minutes.
We sure have.
What the
I know. Time flies by when you're telling
making
your
fun?
Biff where the fuck to go. You're
Like to
telling
the
me where to go.
dumpster?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh.
Let's just skip to the wine.
We did that last time.
I
We got to check in.
don't want to.
No? What's that face? Okay, we'll do wine first. As you wish, my queen.
Oh, you're just trying to kiss ass for shitting on me for the last 12 minutes.
I'm just giving you something to say runneth up, bitch, with.
My favorite meme forever.
Your favorite forever. And it was like 10 years ago.
Literally.
This is I think we've had a Casillero del Diablo wine on the air before, although we've had it for a few years here and there, the culinary. I didn't know they had a Sauvignon Blanc, a Chilean one.
Oh.
So it's 2022. There's very tiny writing.
Oh, great.
You ready? This isn't even the back of the wine. Oh, maybe it. No, it's not. It's not the back of the wine. More than 130 years ago, Don, insert name here, de Concha.
I was like, does it actually say insert? In here?
No. Y Toro, something for himself. What does that say? For himself, an exclusive batch of his best wines. To keep strangers away, he spread the rumor that the devil liked it in his cellar. Hence the name Casillero del Diablo.
The devil liked it in his cellar?
Oh, nope. That's the devil lived in his cellar. If you saw this, you'd probably be like totally on board that looked like a K.
I'll never see that unless somebody gives me goggles.
You're beautiful just the way you are. You don't need goggles.
The fuck does
I don't know. Hence, Casillero del Diablo. In the back says, a refreshing Sauvignon Blanc with intense aromas of citrus fruits, gooseberries. Not the gooseberries.
Huh.
And zesty, mouth-watering finish.
Oh, great. I'm gonna die.
I actually think it's hilarious how many different definitions or different definitions there are for zesty.
Yeah.
Like spicy or like, hey, this is way too much at first.
Like what, Biff?
Like spicy?
You didn't say it like that the first
What did I
time.
say? Like spicy? Oh.
Like spicy. Like I'm
so-
extra spicy.
Oh, I'm so spicy. Like, cheers.
Mm.
Cheers to your spice, you fucking jalapeno.
Ew.
Oh, zesty.
Oh,
Zesty. Does that taste like a jalapeno or am I thinking about it?
no. This is zesty pickle juice, but wine.
What?
You know the zesty pickles you got?
Right.
That's this, but wine. Like this doesn't taste like pickles,
Right.
but like the,
But the zesty pickle is
Zest.
spicy compared to the other one.
right.
But this isn't, I'm not getting spice.
I am. This
You're
is zesty.
fucking weird and I'm never taking that back. Let's do this again. Number 2.
You just said you tasted jalapeno.
Yeah, like the pepper, not the spice.
Okay.
I don't know. I separate them.
But-
I'm not white. Thank you. I think the zesty is like a peppery taste.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Bell peppery, jalapeno sans spiciness. Like, but there's like a, what's the scientific name for a pepper? Capsicum. Because the British used it when they describe their cooking or something. I don't know who it is. Or maybe that's just a bell pepper. I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass. Like this wine's going to later.
There was no mention of like,
Capsicum.
yeah, these grapes and anything else. So
How about dem peppers?
Yeah.
Hold on. Am I missing something? It says it goes great with fish, vegetables, cheeses, and seafood. Do you know what a gooseberry tastes like?
Gooseberries taste like gooseberries.
Great. So no.
No fucking
Me
clue.
either. I don't get aromas of citrus fruit. Maybe this is what a gooseberry smells like.
I'm befuddled.
Finally, a word I don't know.
I don't know if I said it right.
Well, all right. Well,
Befuddled.
let's befud. Third sip.
This pepper wine.
This pepper wine. This is so confusing. I don't even think I need a fourth one, but I do.
It's like if you could somehow take the spiciness
Take the smell of a pepper.
and water down a pepperoncini.
Okay.
Pepperoncini?
Pepperoncini.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what that third
Yeah.
sip just tastes
Actually,
like.
I can.
Like a
without the
watered down.
brininess.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
watered down,
Pepperoncino.
not spicy.
All right. Can you rate it? I already have mine.
I thought we were doing a fourth sip.
Okay. Let's do it. It's not going to change a fucking thing.
No.
I feel like this would go really well with an Italian sub. It's
I'm gonna-
confusing.
I'm going to say 3 because if somebody gave it to me, I would drink it, but I'm
Oh, you went higher than I did because I went 2.5.
not going to go look for this
No.
or ask for it or tell somebody to go
If
get
I come
it.
across it and it's the only wine I'll drink. You know what I mean?
If it's this or some...
Or like Apothic Red. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a 2.53 is a fair assessment. And if you've listened to this podcast a million times, you know we like our wines on the drier side with some very slight exceptions.
Yeah, very interesting one.
Well, now that we've gotten that sorted, how are you, Biff?
I thought we were...
We weren't skipping it. We were postponing it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Fine?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You were really good before.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not great, amazing, perfect.
Mhm.
But I'm not like, fuck my life.
Huh.
So I'm just like, I'm good.
Sure.
I'm good.
That's it.
Yeah.
No amusing anecdotes.
Well, my child went with her dad over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they went to a Chinese food place.
Oh, I want Chinese food so bad.
And
Shit.
my baby dad, I guess, was like trying to ask for ginger sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And the waitress was like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And so he like had to repeat himself like 2 or 3 times, like ginger sauce, like, and she was like, oh, like, I don't, all our sauces are over there. Like, and my child yells across the table to her dad, Dad, she can't understand you because she's Spanish, right? Right. And I wasn't there, so I don't know my baby dad's initial reaction. But
I would have spit my drink out.
And he's like, and then I very quickly noticed that the majority of the customers in the restaurant were Hispanics.
Oh my God. But the
waitress was
Was she Asian?
Yeah.
Presumably?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well,
I was dying.
they can't
she, like,
say that
yelled
your
it,
daughter's
'cause
not well cultured.
She's not.
Because she gets it. She recognized.
Anybody who's not white is just Spanish. I did the Bluey accent to it, Australian, Bluey.
Oh, sure.
The
I don't know Bluey.
cartoon. It's a little dog cartoon. They're Australian.
Mm-hmm.
And Mia had said something one day, and so I just responded with my probably not even close to Australian, but like.
Well, actually, we talked about your English accent actually
right.
being Australian.
Yeah, okay.
So it was close.
And
unless you were trying.
No,
Were you German? Like,
I don't know.
Okay.
Because her response was like, Mom, I like when you talk Spanishly.
Spanishly?
Yeah.
You said that LY word without a problem. It must be Spanishly.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I guess my kid is like only aware of English
Latinos.
and Spanish.
Well, I mean, sure.
She doesn't know that anything other than if you're not white English, you're Spanish.
But you have Latinos in your family, so that kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah. I mean,
She's like best friends with her cousin.
she just doesn't know the difference between Spanish and other.
Right. All she knows is Latino
If
all the
you're-
way.
If you don't sound like my mom, you're Spanish.
Right. Right. I wonder what I am to her.
Spanish.
That's right. I sound like her mom, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So that was my anecdote. She
Good job.
yelled across the
anecdoting.
table in a Chinese restaurant that the Asian waitress can't understand her dad because she's Spanish.
Oh.
Anyways, how you doing?
I'm good. No real complaints here. You and I just had like a very interesting discussion about like
Mm.
narcissism
very
and
Interesting.
it went even further beyond that, like
Yeah.
self-awareness and all this stuff. So like my mind's still there, but also like on an earlier conversation today where we're talking about like, and this has nothing to do with me, but everything to do with me at the same time with how I'm doing. But like also how there are different areas where we have more awareness that kind of complements the other. And then like the conclusion that if you smashed us together, we'd be the perfect human.
Oh my God.
We'd be the, like, first of all, sexiest.
Police.
I saw your lip like almost fucking ricochet off your face. Like the sexiest, but also like the most kindest, brilliant. No, I'm sorry, most aware, brilliant human.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
I don't think kindness. I think kindness is misconstrued.
Yeah, I think kindness kind of coincides with like an awareness of your surroundings.
Yeah. And like being okay with saying no, or being okay with giving it back to someone who is not kind to you, but in an articulate way where that makes them believe that you are being kind to them, eviscerating them with your English.
Yeah.
Like I did to an employee earlier this week without sending it to the employee, but sent it to my coworker.
By accident?
Nope, on purpose.
Oh.
I said, is this permission to be cynical? Was the response.
Did you get a yes or no?
And he's like, yes. I was like, here you go.
Well, friggin' A.
He sent me the question, to be honest. So,
Oh, well.
yes. But that's it. I'm fine.
Maybe that's why we're soulmates.
Yeah. I think that's it. Maybe that's the whole key to life is like find, it's not just like the person who compliments you, like your other half. Like find the person who like, you're the yin to your yang.
Yeah.
Or you have a little bit of yin and the other person has a little bit of yang, but you're like mostly the counterpart.
Yeah. But then can also have moments of like, we're both yin and tonight.
That's right. Because we're on the same side.
Because yang yang.
Because your yang ain't about to hit this yin.
Unless we're yin yang and together.
Right. Like the twins.
Not where I was going, but yeah.
What happened to them?
Fucking if I know.
All right. I got questions this week.
Huh.
Which is
Yeah,
why I
before
posed
we
one to
start
you.
talking about the yin twins.
I know.
Because I'm about to Google.
I don't know why
them.
that was. I don't know why that was like so prevalent in my head.
Because we're literally saying yin yang.
I know, but I feel like it's more than that.
No, it's
When's the last
just
time
like
you thought about the Yin Yang twins?
never. Even
Were
when I was
they-
listening to the yin yang
Wait, were they the
twins.
ones that were on that song with Britney and did the shorty thing that we say to shorty. Shorty! Is that them? It has to be. That makes sense.
It must be.
Okay, because that song came on recently at the house because my boyfriend's obsessed with Britney Spears. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry for him too. I mean, for me. I'm sorry for me.
Well, yeah,
and my YouTube music.
My YouTube music.
I know.
God
we go
damn
from like Megan Thee Stallion to maybe Kelly Clarkson,
Not
maybe
Megan
Kevin Gates,
Thee
maybe
Stallion.
Kevin Gates. Very maybe, but still.
Definitely
Kevin Gates.
not Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, well, you know I like her. And then definitely some Nicki Minaj because I love to contradict myself. And then all of a sudden it's like, yeah. And I'm like, what
the remix
fuck?
is this?
I can do it better than Britney. .com. That's going to be our new website.
It should be.
How about I pick it back up from last week, shall I?
Auntie Ada.
Auntie Ada.
Yeah,
And, you know,
yeah, because we only did what, two
of them. And in full transparency, our questions came from a BuzzFeed article.
The BuzzFeed article on the Reddit post.
Which linked back to the most controversial posts. And the last two were Everybody Sucks Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first question we had was definitely controversial.
Yeah. The second one, maybe it was controversial because there was like, when everyone sucks here, you see merit to both sides or downfalls on both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's take it back.
Yeah.
To whatever year this was.
1 year ago.
Was it 1 year ago?
The ones we did last time were.
This one's stupid, so I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for not letting my sister's boyfriend use hot sauce? I know. That's why it's fucking great. Are we ready?
Maybe.
Every Sunday, my family rotates who makes dinner. One day, it's my wife and I. The next time is my sister and her boyfriend. The next, my mom and dad. And then finally, my grandmother. With our busy lives, this day is important to us because besides holidays, we wouldn't be able to meet up and chat or eat without it. We come from an Italian family, but are in Canada. My mom was born there and I was here. I take my food very seriously, especially Italian food, and double especially because my Nana is eating with us. Oh, I want a Nana so bad. Can't even have a gram.
I know, right?
I spent all day preparing dinner, and when we sat down to eat, my sister's boyfriend is humming and hawing about saying my meal is missing something. He said he needs hot sauce and starts walking to my fridge. All I have is Frank's and sriracha. I like hot sauce too, but I don't dare mix cuisines like that.
Oh gosh.
Plus, even I'm not this bad. You want spice, help yourself. And you know me.
Yeah, I have Tallulah's, not Frank's.
You have flavor. So I stopped him saying I'd appreciate
people
it.
hot sauce, or do you want real hot sauce?
Put this shit on everything. So I stopped him saying I'd appreciate
Mixing cuisine.
Mixing cuisines.
Okay.
Frank's. Maybe sriracha, but Frank's. So I stopped him saying I'd appreciate it if he enjoyed my meal as it is. He said it's no big deal, and in a way it isn't, but also in many ways it is. I told him at the very least I have some Calabrian chili oil he can use, or dried chili flakes.
At the very least.
Then it would at least still be Italian. He insists on sriracha, and I declined him. He escalated it and said he was going to the store and buy his own bottle and return with it, if that's the case. And I said, by all means. He left, we finished up dinner, and we called it an early night. Everyone is putting on their coats and shoes as he returns, and he's pissed. Was I the asshole? My sister is on my side if it matters.
What?
But this has been a fight all day yesterday between them because he wants my sister on his side, not mine. They've been dating only 3 months. Edit, if it matters, I made carbonara, bruschetta, and then for mains, which he didn't get to yet, was a seafood platter in red sauce. My wife and I are 34 and 35 respectively. My sister and her boyfriend are 23 and 22 respectively.
I was going to ask how old they were.
That's always a factor for you. I'm not surprised. That was it. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I have to read the first post that comes up underneath it. This post is now locked because there are better things to do than insult people.
Okay.
So can you imagine what
vote.
Those responses were? Like, it's locked because of all the responses of people insulting each other.
Or insulting the writer.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
It's because that was my thought. Because what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Dumb shit. What do you think, Biff?
How is this even a thing?
Well, 22.
No, the writer is
He's
30s.
34. He's 35. Was 35.
So
back
you
then.
last year, not.
Yeah.
Not
I'm talking about the
letting
in-law,
somebody.
22.
Imagine sitting at a dinner table with your family
Mm-hmm.
and refusing.
Yeah, what does that do for anybody? Yes, you slaved over a meal. The majority of the people eating it are eating it as is. One person wants some spice. What is the big deal?
No, you can only use red pepper flakes because Italians use red pepper flakes.
Calabrian chili flakes or oil.
But I refuse to let you to put sriracha on.
I would prefer if you had it as is, but I'm going to refuse your attempts of having it any other way. Is it a preference? Is it a demand? Why are you being such a dictator with
Are you
how someone
so
enjoys their
insulted?
food? Right? Like you're not, for all intents and purposes, I don't feel like this person's a chef.
I think even a chef would just kind of like, you're 22. So.
But at least a chef has credentials to be like, no, you're fine without it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you don't think this pairs? I want you to know that there are bigger problems in this world. Can I just add that?
I'm just trying to like, even if somebody flat out was like, wow, this is kind of really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I need all the salt and sauces and, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Never would I be like, no.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Right. Because what does it matter to me if you want an
suffer and eat this food that you don't like or that whatever.
Mm-hmm. You know what's really funny? That we're talking about hot sauces and our fucking wines taste like pepper.
We're drinking a white people hot sauce.
Peppered Sauvignon Blanc.
He's the asshole for sure.
I think so too.
I think like how you eat your food
Mm-hmm.
like doesn't affect me at all.
Right. It doesn't affect me, period. Does also means nothing about how you enjoy my food. I cook and put hot sauce on shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I like spicy. Yes, I'll use red pepper flakes here and there, but if I want something extra, like I like the vinegary, salty Tabasco.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But whatever. Whatever doesn't float your boat.
Or if like you made me something and I dumped barbecue sauce on my plate.
Oh, I'd punch you for that.
Probably.
Yeah.
I've never had to like doctor your fucking food.
Okay,
first
I
of all.
appreciate that.
Second of all, you wouldn't be like, absolutely not. If you want barbecue sauce, go to the store and get it yourself.
I probably would because I don't buy barbecue sauce.
Well, yeah.
Just being a bitch
But if
now.
you had it.
Okay. Do you have barbecue sauce? No, but I can make some brown sugar and ketchup for you if you'd like.
I'll make you homemade barbecue sauce. How about that, right? Like even more so.
Okay.
What's the
general consensus, or do you want some responses?
what was your
I think he's the asshole
okay.
right off the bat.
Yeah, so
Like,
what's the overall
everyone sucks here.
what?
Yeah. I'm actually super surprised. Everyone sucks. Policing how someone likes their food is a bad look. My husband likes ketchup on his scrambled eggs. He needs to go to hell. You too.
My child.
I think he must have a demon whispering lies into his ear. But that's his right to let the demon lead him astray. You say this like you think you'll also invite a demon into your home. Chill. It's hot sauce. However, I feel like the boyfriend's comment, something is missing, is pretty rude at the start. All he'd have to say is that he prefers his food spicy. Critiquing the meal was uncalled for.
Yeah, I would never say like, oh, something's missing.
Yeah, like I also wouldn't like make someone eat something they don't like. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
would just
oh, you don't like that? Sure, maybe like I'm offended a little bit, but like
I would just
the
not say
majority of
anything and
people
get up
eating-
and get the salt or hot sauce.
Yeah. You the asshole. I'm a 16-year-old veteran of the... Nope. I'm a 16-year veteran of the hospitality industry. I've worked in kitchens from dive bars up through multiple Michelin stars. I've opened many restaurants and took my first head chef position 8 years ago. I love lowdowns like this. Like, I've never wanted to read an autobiography more than on a Reddit Am I the Asshole thread.
Well, he's giving the credentials as to why he gets to judge you.
Oh, sure. People have different palates requiring different levels of seasoning. If a customer asks you for salt, you give it to them. If they request hot sauce, we make our own in-house and offer it as well. The arrogance and lack of gracious hospitality you've shown is mind-blowing. I wouldn't call it mind-blowing.
The extent he went to is mind-blowing.
I think the extent he went to go get hot sauce was kind of mind-blowing. But I also know that
I'm
it was
going to the store. Just after the fact that you were like, get it yourself.
Mm-hmm. I knew that it was provoked.
Then I'm going to the store to get it myself.
But mind-blowing is such a like, I don't know.
I think it's a bit mind-blowing. Like making a comment or being like, really? Like that's not...
I'm just not impressed either
but
way.
Like going to the extent of like, not only did I refuse the hot sauce, but I actually told him if he wanted it that bad, he can go get it himself. Like that's definitely like, huh? Tell me you have a small peen without telling me you have a small peen.
I'm not going to, but if you'd like, you can suck my fusilli and sauce.
I don't know what that is, but...
It's the little spiral ones, I think. Nope, that's for it's small.
Fair enough.
You the asshole. You just sound pretentious and it kind of bugs me. You make a bland meal and prevent people from making additions. Do you control salt and pepper too? There's a mixed response here, but everyone sucks here seems to be the consensus.
I feel like there should be more like, no, motherfucker, you are the asshole. And if I was
he is the asshole.
The 22-year-old in-law, I would go to the store and get my own sauce too.
That's right. I'm with you 100%. Do you want the next one?
Mm-hmm.
The next one is, am I the asshole for telling someone I'm not friendly when their dog came up to me?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it usually the other way around?
Right. Is he
I'm
friendly?
Going up to the dog. Right.
Can I pet him? No, he's not friendly.
Well, let's find out. Went to a brewery restaurant with my wife. Our name was called, and to get our table indoors, we had to cut through the patio. We stopped for a few moments behind a table leaving and saying goodbye. In those moments, a lab-type dog gets up and starts sniffing my ankles. Not the ankles. I look at the owners and say, "What the hell?" and point at the dog. They just say the classic line of, "Oh, don't worry, he's friendly." I admit, I was a touch rude. I just say, "I'm not friendly." They pull the dog back under the table. They start saying, if you aren't friendly, you shouldn't be coming to a dog-friendly restaurant. I tell them just because the place is dog-friendly doesn't mean that it's okay for your dog to come up to me. I don't want it in my fucking space.
Okay.
They seem baffled that someone didn't like their dog. He called me an asshole and told me to find somewhere else to walk. I say, fuck off, as we head to our table. My wife was like, you're right, but could have been friendlier. Was I the asshole? Edit. Indoors is not dog-friendly. Outdoors is dog-friendly. My wife and I specifically chose indoor seating because it was not dog-friendly.
But they were walking...
at a place that they knew was dog-friendly.
Through the outdoor seating to get to their seat, right?
But they went to a place where they purposely chose indoor seating because it was dog-friendly.
Also, he just sniffed your fucking ankles.
Right.
It's not like he jumped on you and like knocked you over.
What was hidden in your ankles for you to fucking lose your shit over a dog sniffing? Did you rub steak on them? Was there a dog bone hidden underneath your ankle? What's the scientific name?
Do you skip gym day and the dog's like, oh, look, bones?
I think he's an asshole.
He absolutely fucking is an asshole. If the dog jumped on him specifically...
I'd understand
whether
a
he
response.
like fell over or not, like you're out in public, your dog should be trained enough to not be jumping on people.
But the dog barely touched him in this case.
The dog fucking, all right, bye.
It's a Mr.
Gonna go
Karen.
find me a butthole instead.
Yeah, no shit.
Not this guy's.
Let me acquaint myself with every other dog here.
He smells like baby powder.
What do you think?
I think his poor wife.
Well, yeah. Because she's like, you're right, but you're also an asshole.
She's like, you're right, babe. Because if I say anything else, you're going to have another temper tantrum.
You're going to leave me too. You ready for the consensus or do you want some responses first?
I'm super ready for the consensus. Wait, what's yours?
Oh, he's the asshole.
Okay.
Yeah. Big one. Huge. You could fit people in there.
That's why the dog didn't even have to sniff his asshole because he's like,
right. He's like, oh, I've seen a walk-in closet before.
Yeah, I can just smell your asshole from down here.
Your foot was in there recently.
Yeah.
You're a contortionist. I actually hate this consensus.
Everyone's an asshole here?
Everyone sucks.
Oh my God.
Are these all? Everyone sucks here? They've got to be.
Maybe that's why it's controversial.
I suppose that makes sense.
If it's a dog-friendly place, you're not the asshole.
This thread is now locked due to an excess of rude violations.
Read all the comments.
Oh my God. Everyone sucks here. They could have kept the dog closer to them. You didn't have to be such an asshole about it. That's how I feel about it. But not everyone sucks here. You just didn't have to be an asshole about it.
Yeah, if I know that my dog's not going to run and jump on humans, like the most that my dog does is like sniff your big toe.
Hmm.
I'm not going to be like, keep him locked up next to me.
Right. Also, if you don't like dogs, don't go to a dog-friendly restaurant, especially when you purposely are choosing to go inside to avoid dogs.
Right.
What? You're going to have to walk through dogs at a dog park? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You're the asshole. You were hostile from beginning to end of this interaction. You could have asked them politely, but chose to be rude for no reason.
Ask them what politely? Can you ask your
Like to pull your dog back.
Dog to not do what dogs do?
But I mean, like, you could have asked them politely to pull the dog back rather than be like, your fucking dog's sniffing me.
Can your dog stop sniffing?
That's my take. Like, sure, you didn't like it. Fine. There were ways for you to approach it other than like being a dick about it.
Yeah, like not going to a dog-friendly place.
That starts there. Yeah, sure. You the asshole for your overreaction. You're not an asshole for not liking dogs or not wanting to be sniffed, and you wouldn't be an asshole for saying, hey, please pull your dog back, or something to that effect. Starting the conversation aggressively with, what the hell? And being admittedly rude is what makes you an ass. He did admit to being rude.
Sure.
You're the asshole. Seems like you took the most confrontational approach possible, short of kicking the dog over a really trivial issue. Yep.
Thank God that's not the question.
Did you kick the dog with your ankle?
The dog came and sniffed my ankles. I kicked him. Am I the asshole for kicking the dog at the dog restaurant?
At the dog park.
Right. For doing nothing but sniffing the ground that I was standing on. The fuck? I'm mad that it was that everybody sucks here.
I think they're all going to be that way. So we might either we jump around or we get to the next one.
I think our opinions is what matters most.
I agree with you. This isn't about anybody else but our podcast.
Duh. If you don't like dogs, don't go to a dog park.
Right. And if you don't like kids, don't let them operate the self-checkout. Am I the asshole for letting my son operate the self-checkout?
How old's the son?
We're about to find out.
This is going to make my decision.
Usually does.
Right.
I took my son with me to the grocery store today. He is 7. I am a big believer in learning by doing. I like to give my son as interactive a role in things as possible. And if he wants to do something himself, I always at least let him try unless it's unsafe. When we got to the self-checkout. Yeah, Bobby. When we got to the self-checkout, he confidently told me he could do this by himself. So I let him. There are about 10 self-checkouts and one line for all the machines. So people don't line up behind individual machines. He was a lot slower than I would have been, but he managed to do all with my supervision, even the produce. As we started to wheel away, a woman walked up and slammed her grocery basket on the counter. She said, "Thanks for doing that as slow as possible, asshole." I thought that was incredibly rude and uncalled for. Some people are slower than others. It is what it is. There were several other machines being used and freed up, so we can't have made that big an impact on her wait time.
There was
a line of 10 machines, only one line for 10 machines.
Right.
And the woman got mad and slammed her basket down. Thanks for making that the longest fucking miserable experience of my life. I can't believe that this is worse than all of the fucking child labor I went through.
Here's the thing.
Sorry. Labor I went through with my child. Not child labor. Because that's when you make kids fucking work in a sweatshop.
Got it.
And I'm sorry. I didn't put it together until I thought about it.
You meant actual labor.
Actual being in labor with your child.
Like I'm giving birth.
Not enslaving children under the age of 10.
Also fitting.
Or not. Situation. Depends on the child.
To the situation.
And where you buy your clothing.
Thanks for your fucking child labor. Taking up all day.
Sure. Okay.
Kids working for free.
I didn't even put that together.
What is this, a sweatshop?
Sure is.
Okay, so I have a not 7-year-old, but a very wonderful almost 5-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
whom I also like to let be independent.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like in this setting,
Mm-hmm.
I would let her do a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
But then because of like, all right, babe, we're just,
We got to keep going.
yeah. Like, okay, great. You helped mommy. Like, great job. So it's like, I don't think you're the asshole, but there's kind of like a common consideration.
Common courtesy. Unspoken rule.
Yeah. Common courtesy of like, okay, there's a line.
Mm-hmm.
So let's.
Right. I don't disagree with that. I don't
know that I don't think I would be bothered if I saw somebody else having their younger child do,
I might be, depending on how quickly I needed to get out of there.
Yeah, but also there's 10 machines. So like,
right.
Why specifically me?
Right.
If everybody else is taking a fucking long time, why are you mad at me?
Everyone brought kids today?
Right. All 7-year-olds are doing checkouts
and I'm just
at the same time.
Devil's advocate.
No, I know.
Because I know my answer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think I'm going to pinpoint and be like, you're the reason why I'm still sitting here waiting.
There's 10 machines.
Because there's 10 machines.
Plus, everyone's doing self-checkout now.
Also, fuck self-checkout.
Fuck self-checkout.
Like,
and
what the
not
fuck?
For the same reasons, right? What's your reason for fucking self-checkout?
Because why am I doing your job? Just for you to stop me at the door to make sure that I did your job correctly. Like, hello here.
My reason is, hey, why are you taking jobs away from people who need money?
Fair.
You took jobs away from people, and then unemployment happens, and they're the ones that lost their jobs because of a machine now can't afford life because you're a prick.
Right, because now we only need 2 workers at Walmart instead of 12.
Right.
Anyways, I think there's like I'm not going to say she's the asshole for letting her kid do it. I just think that there is kind of like a...
So you think everybody sucks here?
No, because I'm leaning more towards the fucking thanks for being,
That one's an asshole too.
Yeah.
So you think everybody sucks here?
No, because I don't think I would. I think if I was waiting in line and I saw mom letting her 7-year-old do the whole checkout, I don't think I'm going to be like, oh my fucking God, really?
Yeah.
I would just wait for another fucking machine.
Well, that's where I'm at. I'm saying not the asshole. Like 10 machines, 10.
And I'm the reason why you're sitting here waiting.
Right. And all 10 are being used and there's a line of 10. I mean, sure, common courtesy dictates like, let's do this quickly. But also, if your checkout person at a regular line was doing it slowly, are you going to go up to them when it's your turn to come up to it and they're scanning yours?
Thanks for making this take forever.
Asshole.
Yeah.
Like the asshole was even unnecessary.
Yeah. I'd say not the asshole.
Well, in true this thread fashion, everyone sucks here. I think we just need to accept that. It's controversial because everyone sucks.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's fine. Yep, because this was also a learn by doing opportunity to teach him about being aware of your surroundings and considering others.
Okay.
That's a little twatty.
Yeah, because he's 7.
Right.
We do that lesson later.
Right. You're the asshole. Do it when the store isn't busy. Yes, some people are slower than others, but many can't help it. You could have easily done it yourself, but you chose to take longer at the checkout, knowing that there was a line behind you.
Yeah.
Not the asshole. I don't even care if it was that busy. It's not Black Friday or anything. Plus, the one line for 10 registers moves super quick compared to standard checkout. That lady was nasty and rude, and I would have said something back to her. Good job teaching your son.
Same.
I would have been like, oh, sorry, I'm not done scanning, and push her out of the way. I paid twice for my groceries just for that. Wow. One more?
Yeah.
This one's interesting.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for not picking up my girlfriend's daughter up from an event?
Oh, probably.
I'm 37 and have been in a relationship with a mid-40s woman for about a year. She has a 17-year-old daughter I'll call Jess. Over the weekend, Jess had a school event and had asked me for the ride in advance. I didn't mind in the slightest. I drove her over to the school and we had a nice chat in the car. When she got out, though, a bunch of her friends were there and she waved to me and shouted, "Later, creepy stepdad," with a huge smile. I won't pick you up either, you little bitch. I think it was a joke to her friends. They laughed and I stared awkwardly for a few seconds. Then Jess said, "Go, go," literally shooing me away. I drove home thinking whatever, but over time it started to really grate on me. I know that she wanted to show off for them, but I didn't want to be stuck in a car with a girl who considered me creepy in any way. I shot her a text around that time. Oh, this is about to get petty.
Huh.
I shot her a text about that time that she would have to find another way to get home. She didn't see my text for some time, but a few hours later she called me asking for a ride. I told her that I couldn't do that as I'd had a couple of drinks, which was true. Then she half hung up on me and apparently called her mother. Amy was busy working on something at the time and told me that I needed to get over there and pick her up.
Yeah,
Keep going. Okay. I responded that she could walk, get a ride from her friends, or take public transportation. It was 8 p.m. in one of the safest cities in the country, and I said she was going to be fine. Amy then walked away, grabbed my keys, and drove off in my car despite having a suspended license. About 15 minutes later, Amy came home and shrieked at me about my treatment of Jess while Jess evacuated to her room. I told her she really shouldn't be driving with a suspended license, and Amy said she wouldn't have to if I were more responsible. When I reminded her why her license was suspended, she got furious. It's a pretty touchy subject. And told me she'd leave if she had anywhere else to go. I brushed her off with a lame, that sounds like a you problem. And we haven't talked since. Was I being an asshole here? I think that question has its own answer altogether.
Not only are you the asshole,
The biggest one in our country.
but you're like the asshole douche.
Ooh. Not only are the asshole, but you clean them out?
Yes.
Nice. Nice touch, Biff.
Like what?
Let's break it down. I'm responsible for picking you up. You
That I
bullied me.
Already agreed to do. This wasn't like a, hey, can you come get me right this second?
Right.
Like,
I had a drink because you hurt my feelings. Because you're 17 and I'm in my 30s and you hurt my
and your mom's
feelings.
old, so you call me creepy to your friends. Not only did I not go pick you up, but then I criticized your mother for going to pick you up after I refused, and then reiterated to your mother why I criticized her for going to pick you up, all to make my little PB feel normal sized.
To avoid responsibility, period.
Not only are you the asshole, but I hope and pray that, what was that, Amy?
The name, the other girl. Well, it sounds
The
like she's
girlfriend
already,
or the daughter?
The girlfriend.
Yeah. Fucking run.
It sounds like she's done, actually. If you were more I would leave if I had anywhere else to go. Like her response to all of it.
Like this isn't, this
like,
isn't
you're
new.
already a piece of shit.
This is
so
typical.
I'm going to go ahead and venture that you've been the asshole. I don't know why you're asking now.
I wish I knew this human in person.
We probably do.
Yeah.
We're in that part of the state, yo.
Oh,
Let's read a couple answers before the general consensus.
sure. Although I think we know the general.
I mean, we do
consensus.
know.
Yeah, okay.
You really should reconsider this relationship, not the asshole.
What?
That must have been a white man. Not the asshole. She played a stupid game and won herself a stupid prize.
Oh my God.
We know she's 17, right? Am I the only one paying attention here? Are we
No,
the
because
only
that
ones?
was my response. Was that like, oh, you're way younger than her mom. So as a 17-year-old girl, he's so creepy because he's way younger than my old mom.
Oh my God. Enough, people. Someone you're in a relationship with actively not telling you their age for a year is a huge red flag, my guy. Bounce out of that relationship fast.
Did we miss something?
No, because
there
he
an-
probably said mid-40s.
He did say her age.
Not full. I think he said like she's in her mid-40s. Oh, she doesn't want to tell me her specific age, which I don't mind. Did I read that?
No, you sure didn't.
I read it off the BuzzFeed article, and they didn't include the parentheticals.
Oh.
Parentheticals. That's it. Wrong emphasis on the
yeah.
wrong syllable.
How long were they together? Did it say?
For about a year.
So he just been in a year-long relationship with someone who didn't.
He doesn't know her real age, and she doesn't want to be with him anyway. Probably telling.
For both of
For
them.
both of them.
I don't give a fuck how old you are, bitch.
He's the asshole.
For fucking sure.
The consensus?
Everyone sucks here.
Everyone sucks here. But like, how can you even defend that?
Also, what does her not disclosing her age have to do with fucking anything?
Nothing.
Everybody knows you don't ask a woman after a certain presumed
Oh,
age.
really? So now we have to assume and not ask?
Yes.
Okay.
If you look like you might be older than 30,
Uh-huh.
don't ask me my age.
So if I ask you your age and you don't look to be older than 30, but you're really like 45.
If I have a 17-year-old, hello, make your own assumptions.
I have a 17-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if they ask.
How many men have asked you how old you are?
All of them.
How many?
Even though it's on my profile.
Have you been in a relationship with that waited many, many months until they asked you how old you were?
None. Because they knew off the bat when they were older.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
I have no fucking idea. I was just saying, I have a 17-year-old.
You're mad because I said don't ask a woman her age after.
I'm not mad. I think that's a gross exaggeration.
You're right.
What I am is like, just like.
You were like, wait, so we have to assume your age and then also.
Because then you get mad when we assume.
Yeah, but if you're not vocalizing any of these things, there's no issue.
How old are you?
Take a guess.
42.
After a certain presumed age, we stop asking.
What's the certain age? You're asking us to guess. Is what I'm getting at.
If I look like I'm older than my 20s.
But then the man fucking doesn't ask a question and he's like, dude, you're 60 and she's 25. Like, or she's 30. Like, what?
I mean.
And then there are people who don't agree with that. Present company included.
Okay, but if the 35-year-old was with an 80-year-old, that's her prerogative. Not
but
his.
The other way around is fine.
If she wants to be with an older man and he isn't questioning how old she is, as long as she is over
18.
Yep. 20 something.
Fucking dead. I'm done. So everyone sucks here on this podcast.
He is the asshole.
He's the asshole. I agree.
That's just fucking wild.
We dealt with some petty shit this week.
Yeah.
Kind of meh for
and I
Am I
thought
the
we
asshole?
were petty.
Oh, we haven't been petty since 2016.
That is not true.
No?
That is not
Are we still petty?
true. Oh, for fuck
really?
yes.
I don't feel like I'm petty. Maybe that's why I'm
not going to speak for you.
Please don't.
Because I can't pinpoint your last petty.
Hold on. Maybe I can
But
get
for
there.
me, it's still a struggle to
I don't know if it was in the last week, but I'm sure I'll be reminded very soon and I'll let you know.
Or I'll let you know. Remember that time you said you weren't petty?
I gotcha, bitch. Well, I hope you enjoyed this second week of Am I the Asshole?
Yeah, because we did.
Because everyone sucks here.
Everyone fucking sucks here.
I didn't like those everyone sucks here shit. We wholeheartedly disagree, respectfully and disrespectfully.
Literally.
Yeah. But anything else you want to add to this shit show?
I'm just still like, what does her not giving her age have to do with it?
It has nothing to do with it.
Like, first of all, you stayed with her after you didn't know
It doesn't
her age.
bother me though. Like, what?
But like the response was like, clearly there's issues if she didn't tell you how old she was.
I think I would make that a red flag. Like if we're like dating and you're not telling me like what age you're at, like how old you are. Like
yeah,
whatever.
after the second date, if you're still like, I'm not telling.
But like a year in.
That's what I mean. But I'm not going to be with you for a year if you're still not even like.
Right. That's my point. Like I'm with you on this one. Like,
yeah. Like that's.
Yeah.
Her not telling the age isn't relevant.
Right. It has nothing to do with this. Like I wouldn't have made it this far if I didn't know your age.
Versus.
Like we're married or together.
I've been with her for a year and she hasn't told me how old she was. Like that's.
I would have found
now
her
that's
license,
on you.
Her fucking passport. I would have found out.
Like the spotlight's off of her now and it's turned to you. Because you're a year later, still don't know how old she is.
I hope she's a really young looking 70.
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't, but I just want him to fucking, because he's an asshole. I just want his mind to be blown.
Well, if he doesn't care enough to find out after a year how old she actually is, then I don't think he's in it for the right reasons.
Truth.
As she also is not for not.
She's definitely not in it. She's done.
She was like
emotionally
telling her daughter, like, listen, babe, he's got money. Mama, just give me a year.
Or a nice penis.
Just with money.
It's got a dollar sign tattooed on it.
Just give me a year. I promise things will be better.
Well, we tried. They tried.
I don't think anyone's trying.
No one's trying. We're definitely not. We're done.
No one's trying.
But if you decide you want to try and send us your questions, comments, concerns, and your beverage recommendations,
could
we
continue on a long-term committed relationship without getting their age?
Yeah. Could you? Should you?
Would you? I'm asking you.
Oh, you're asking me?
Mm-hmm.
No, I already made that answer. No.
Because of the risk of surprise, I'm not even fucking legal, bitch.
No, if you don't trust me with your age, what else are you lying to me about? Because that to me is minimal compared to the rest of our lives.
Are we trusting age? Me not giving you my age? Is that's synonymous
that's
with
something
trust?
About you that you're not trusting me with. You don't want to tell anybody else. Fine. I'm your partner, the person who you're supposed to confide in. You're going to trust me with your secret. And if your secret is that you were born in 1902, then I'm going to keep it to the grave. Yours, not mine.
Huh. What if it was we meet one time and you're like, oh, so how old are you? And I was like, stop, I'm in my early 40s.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're asking the wrong person because I was in my 20s with people in their
then
early
it was
40s.
Done. And then you never again brought up how old I am.
I don't think I would never not bring it up.
But I'm saying, would it still be a red flag on the other person? It's you never asked me again. Mm-hmm. So I didn't.
If I never asked again?
Yeah.
I can't put myself in that shoe.
If we went out on a date and you're like, oh,
one shoe.
I'm 36. How old are you? And I was like, oh my God.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. With dating profiles these days, you can't really hide that anymore. You
can absolutely put the wrong age.
You could. It's true. But you go in there with that presumption. You know what I mean? Go in there with that presumption. So and then that's a whole other story. If you told me you were 36, but really you were 52.
If your profile said one age and then a year later it was wait a minute.
I just got my AARP.
We're having a 57th birthday party for you. Mm-hmm. We only been together for a year and you were 37 when we met.
Mm-hmm. That's a gift.
Then what?
That's gifted. If someone has to exaggerate 20 years, they can get away with it, and I applaud them.
So still not the asshole.
Still the asshole. But that's it.
Okay.
Until next time, you're beautiful, you're wonderful. Everything about you says, sure, okay, I'll date you.
Use him for his car.
And if the dog doesn't hump you, everything's going to be okay. And thank you for listening.
You've been ill-advised.
It's very true. My cousin's dog humped my leg all night last night. That was my inspiration.
You already have a dog, so it's
But he doesn't hump my leg.
Yeah, but you have a dog, so it's you're asking for it.
Ill-Advised is hosted and produced by Stephanie and Ray.
AKA your Biffs.
Send us your questions, your comments, all of your concerns.
And your drink recommendations.
To illadvisedpodcast@gmail.com. You can catch up on all of our episodes and our show notes at illadvisedthepodcast.com.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Ill-Advised the Podcast. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe
on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you listen.
You've been ill-advised.